Welcome from Munich. We are outdoors because we will test the little drone, the Eachine H8 Mini. Here again a little bit close up the white version. There's also one available in black, and this is actually a little tiny drone without a camera that you can fly 5 to 10 minutes. There's also quite nice little controller inside the box, and also again it's available in black, and in 40 minutes you can charge the little tiny battery that's inside the box, and you can also buy a second battery for 1 or 2 euros, and you can also, or US dollars, and you can also buy extra rotors for just $1 if you would break any. But actually it's quite flexible, quite nice. Here inside the box there's not too much, and it's really easy to use. So let's just open it up, and so I can show you what I didn't take out of the box, like for example the manual. I had to read it through how to connect, for example, the drone to the controller, but it's quite easy. I will show you in a second. Otherwise it also tells you how to do a 360-degree rotation, which is quite fun to do here with this little tiny drone. And inside the box you will also find a tiny screwdriver. You actually need that to get to the battery compartment of the controller. 2 extra rotors. If you would break any, then you have some extra, and you didn't order any extra like I did. And you have also tiny little legs if you want to protect your drone here on the bottom. I'm actually not putting them on here, but you can see there would be places here on the bottom. So this is the H8 Mini. It says also on top by Eachine, here with the 4 rotors that have the A or B categorization, because they are of course molded differently. And also you have here the protectors that you can a little bit adjust if you would hit anything and they're getting too close to your rotors. You can just adjust these back, because they are quite flexible. And actually I think each time you will fly with this one, you won't land properly, just catch it from in the air, or just let it drop to the ground, because it's really quite stable. Even though there's a cable here sticking back out, where I will just plug in the battery. It's quite easy to use. So the only thing you have to do is plug in here the battery. After you plugged it in, you just put the battery inside the bottom here. You watch out that the cable doesn't stick out to the top, just to the back like this. And you can see it blinking here, so if it gets dark you can still see the drone. We have red on the front, blue on the back, or just remember that the cable is on the back, and on the front there is of course nothing here sticking out. What you have to do now though is put in 3 AAA batteries inside your controller, which are not in the box. You have to have these at home, buy them on Amazon or in a store, or take them out of your other toys, for example. So put in your 3 AAA batteries, put on the bottom cover. You don't have to put in back the screw. And then what you have to do is turn on here the tiny little controller. You can see it starts blinking now. What you have to do now is on the left side go up and down with the controller button here, and then the blinking should stop if they are connected, which should be actually happening instantly. It's not happening if the battery is too low on the drone, so let me try that again. Usually it works after the first time, so again, turning it on. Then you have to wait for a second, and they should connect by themselves, and you can start flying. Now it could be that the battery is too low now. I was flying a little bit in German, so let's just get back to the second part in a second. So you can see now that the blinking has stopped. We fully charged the drone here with our external battery charger, and the red LED stopped, so it's completely charged here, both batteries. You can see the LEDs are only glowing now, so they're not blinking anymore. Means that we can start to fly. We can even start to fly with just one hand. All I have to do is really just start pushing up here this little throttle here, and you can see that the rotors are starting to work. All I have to do though is just push it up a little bit more, so it starts flying out of my hand. And once it will start here flying out of my hand, I will try to stay here with it here in this one position, and try to also do the 360-degree flip. So let's try that. It flew away. Happens. So the calibration is a little bit off. Let me put here this away and let's start that again with a little bit more space. So what you can do here with this one, you can see, yeah, it's going up and down a little bit, and it's really hard to get the hang of it in the first 2-3 minutes. So that's why it's good to have just 2 batteries or 3 batteries to start. You're getting used to it, or maybe calibrate it a little bit better so it doesn't fly away to the left, to the right, up or down here too fast. Now I hit the camera, and I really want to show you guys the flip, but let me just get the hang of it. Good that I have a wide angle camera and you guys can see a little bit more. And almost fell into the water. Hope you guys saw a little bit something here of the flip, because I did the flip now, but let's just do it again a little bit closer to the camera. Let's do it again. So you guys can see it's good to have a little bit of space, or calibrate it a little bit better so it doesn't fly off just to the left or right. So I think you guys saw quite nicely that the 360-degree flip is a little bit fun, but otherwise you just have to get a little bit of practice here with the little drone to fly it well, but otherwise yeah, it's really stable and quite nice little toy for $15. Thank you much for tuning in, don't forget to subscribe.